Hey there, and welcome to Trains Are Fun. Did not plan to do this as a live stream. Actually started to film a video like 3 hours ago and had to go to work. And I'm back home from work. And been a lot of discussion about the changes with the Thomas Wood. This interesting little, I use that word loosely, interesting. People are not happy with the changes. Now, Mattel has changed other things recently, like we have changed from the Take and Play to the Thomas Adventures. But actually, aside from some details on some of the locomotives, they are not as big of a change as this over here with the wooden. Like here, it's basically the magnets changed. Everything else is kind of minor. There are some locomotives that aren't nearly as good. So that's not as radical a change, and we did kind of like the new couplers because you can hook them up to Trackmaster, so that I thought was a good thing. And I thought when they were going to change the wooden, that perhaps they were going to do something like that, give you an adapter where you can connect your wooden railway to your Trackmaster and things like that. But judging by the over 300 comments we have on the Thomas Wooden, people don't like it. So what do you think? Do you like it? And there's so many things wrong with Thomas Wood. It's not painted there. There's no little dome thing on it. I don't know. What is there really to say good about the wood? I don't know. So there's even people that have started a petition. I don't think it can really go anywhere, but people want Mattel to save the Thomas Wooden Railway. All right. And one thing I failed to mention in the video where I didn't want to buy all the things, like I didn't buy the set, and I didn't notice that, and now I kind of wish I got the Thomas one with the track, but the track's not even compatible. The track is not compatible with all the other wood-based systems, the Brio and all the other knockoff brand. Well, Brio's not a knockoff brand, but there's others. You know what I'm talking about. At least you could combine and make your track set up without having to really go get a bunch of adapters, but the track is not compatible, and it doesn't look like it's as well made as the old wooden. All right, James cost $16. $16, because that's, it's kind of like the Thomas, and these are all $11, by the way. All right, so anyway, so what I'm going to do is I got some adventures. I got some new adventures that came out. I'm not upset at all with the adventures. And I'm not upset about the Thomas Wooden. I just don't like it. All right, man, there's so many people commenting on this. I'm never going to be able to acknowledge everybody that is commenting here. Man, there are so many people in here. So Diesel Railcar Productions asks, what is your opinion on Thomas Wood? And I don't know. I mean, I do know. I'm just like, if I had never seen this, would I like this? I would probably, even if I hadn't seen these, I'd probably be like, well, I don't know. Couldn't they have painted the whole thing? Yeah. So that's what Thomas the Tank Engine #1 says. You don't like Thomas Wood is because the unpainted sides. It's not that big a deal. You and maybe 2 other people probably do agree with that. It's not that big a deal. What do the rest of you think? Do you think it's not that big a deal that the new is scantily clad here, not as much paint? Do you think it's not that big a deal? And oh yeah, Jacob Ramirez says, I thought the design was a fake or a prototype. But they wouldn't sell a fake or a prototype. These are what is in the stores. These are in the stores. It's not a fake. Somebody else commented on my video. Fake. Yeah, it's not fake. I don't know why anybody would think it's fake. Yeah. So, okay, Diesel Railcar Production says it thinks it's a big deal because Thomas Wooden Railway has been around for like years and years and years. And I think that's the big deal. I agree with that. It is when you make such a radical change like that, people aren't going to like it. They want it to look like their favorite television show character there. They don't want it to look like an artistic version of it. All right. Let's see. So Chicken with Artie says these are just wrong. They have perks, but not enough to outnumber the cons. All right, let's go with the pros of the Thomas Wood series. I like that they have figures, people that come with them, even though they're totally out of scale. But I'm okay with that because you got to remember these are for young people. These are for the little hands. This is why Thomas Wooden was so good, is because little kids could play with these. And the Chinese versions were bad because little kids could eat them and get lead paint poisoning and all that kind of stuff. But so Undead Evie says the figures look like Brio stuff. That's probably yes, definitely. I don't really buy Brio, so I haven't really shown a lot of that here because I'm not interested in some of the generic Brio stuff. But I bet you if I'll go into Toys R Us and look at, it will be something like that. So I see a lot of people commenting about 92 is when the wooden railway started. As far as, I don't know if that was Learning Curve or other brands that made it. Mattel, who owns Fisher-Price, is the one that's behind all these changes here recently. Yeah, that's Gaming Lego Master points out that there's no dome there. And there could be, I haven't talked to any of the officials at Mattel. It could be a very good reason why they don't include some of these features. I mean, do these domes break off and little children swallow them? Are these more safe for young hands? Very possible. I'm sure they would tend to go towards more safety instead of less safe. So that's what I think. I don't know what the wood cards look like. They're pretty much the same, I guess, where a lot of the actual physical wood is shown. And Jody Smith says you could possibly get splinters from the new Thomas track, and that's true. I have seen reviews on YouTube of people that have the track, and it does look splintery. It looks like it's got shavings on it. It's not even, it doesn't look finished. Like they rushed it out of the factory. And that's a good point, Isaac Brown. I think Leo Kim will probably have the most level-headed response to this, because some people, if you watch toy channels, they're going to be excited about any piece of junk out there. They don't care if it's quality. They don't care about all that stuff. They're just going to be like, "Oh wow, look at this! This is the greatest thing ever! Woo!" That's the way toy channels do. But Leo Kim will analyze it from an adult perspective with real children in his household to play with it and give you. I think Leo would probably give the best opinion of this of anybody on YouTube, and Mattel should send him some of those, but I doubt they will. Okay, Undead Evie says they did a review on their channel, and it can give you splinters, the wood track. So I think I agree with this. With Awesome Train 63 says, I think the children deserve good quality toys. I do, and it may be. Yeah, I'm trying to read everything. And I'm sure in the business world, I think before they release a product to the masses, to us, the paying consumer, they do market research where they bring in people and say, "Hey, which do you like? Do you like this? Do you like this? What do you like about this?" And they probably have them fill out surveys. I hate surveys, but I'm sure they. And so probably people got lazy on their surveys. Oh yeah, this is nice. We'll take it. I don't know what happened with that. All right, so that's some of the Thomas Wooden Railway ranting for now. And yeah, I wonder what the Tidmouth sheds will look like. Yeah. So we got one person in the chat that likes Thomas Wood better. That's Thomas the Tank Engine #1. That makes 2 people on the internet I have seen that like it. This says, and I agree with TWR Addict. It says market research isn't wholly reliable. The Toys R Us site reviews are all 1 star so far. All right, so if people are already giving this 1 star reviews, yes, I think Mattel didn't do very good research. And yeah, and you know, sometimes other people's opinions on things can influence others. Like, you know, if I get on here with my 50,000 subscribers and I say this is junk, you don't need to buy it, a lot of people will go, yeah, that's right, that's junk, and that's not really what I want. I want people to form their own opinions of this, not base it on my opinion or somebody else's opinion. But I don't like this. All right. So a lot of people don't like it. And let's see, their diesel rail car. Yeah, I like Rosie, and I wanted Rosie. You know what's sad? Hold on. So when I saw the Journey Beyond Sodor and I saw Rosie with a new paint job, I was like, that's great. Maybe Bachman will make a new release of Rosie with the new paint job. You know, we can get Trackmaster or even Thomas Wooden Railway with it. But so far, this is what we've got with the Rosie. Awesome! Wow. Got that and that for Rosie. Wow. Really exciting. Now this one, I actually, even though it's this kind of style, I actually don't mind this as much because this is for kids, and this thing proved to be a lot more fun than I wanted, than I thought, and so yeah, this actually isn't that bad, but it's nothing like the Rosie that we saw in the Journey Beyond Sodor. So just had to say that. Whoa. Gael got Rosie. Oh, this Rosie, was it this one you got for $5 or this one? All right. Yeah. So I think they've just taken a lot of shortcuts with the Thomas Wood. All right, I need to open these other adventures. I got the Diesel Works Fix Up, and I got the Construction Crew. Hey, is Max and Monty 15 and 16 here in the house? All right. Oh, it's like plastic. All right, so here's Harvey. We got Max and Monty. All right, here's Monty, the old version. Max, the old version. Harvey, the old version. All right, we got this one with Den and Dart. Oh. All right. Here's the new diesel. There's an old diesel. All right, and here's Dart. I don't have you know what? I don't think I had an old Den here. So, how do these compare? When you look at the old Take and Play versus the new Thomas and Friends Adventures. See, they're pretty much identical, other than the couplers, which I actually kind of like these couplers versus the magnetic couplers because, as I said at the beginning, you can hook them up to other things. How does Harvey compare? I'm sure there's a minor detail I'm overlooking somewhere, but they look pretty much the same. So, now I know there were some differences with Gordon and some of the other big locomotives, but yeah, like Diamond Production says, they're both the same. So, and then here's going to be the real tale. Which one's Adventures and which one is Take and Play? I'm looking at the bottom. You have to look at the date. So this is plastic, plastic. Can you tell a difference? I can't really tell a difference. I'm sure there's a difference there. The coupler definitely gives it away. But from the front, pretty much the same with these. So, yeah. And then, of course, let's look at the... Oh, this is the talking one. But, it's really not that... I mean, so there's not a huge change from the Thomas and Friends Take and Play to the Thomas and Friends Adventures. I don't think there was that big a change. All right. Oh, I just knocked over a box. Hold on. Crash! All right. So anyway, I thought I'd do this as a live stream, because actually that's what we were going to do, was open up these. So I don't think I've had this one before. Do anybody remember me having the Take and Play version of that? I don't remember. I couldn't find it if I did. All right. So, yeah. Oh, oops. Oh, it just went crashing down to the floor. Ugh. At least all those little parts are in there safe. Yes, I do have Google Hangouts, but I use it for doing live streams, guys. That's all I use it for. I don't use it for messaging or anything like that. All right, Jags Martin in the house. He had a BBI here. BBI. If y'all don't know who Jags Martin is, he's the one that made the logo I use in a lot of the intros of our videos with the Bell South car, jumping over the Thomas and Friends, Thomas, Annie, and Clara Bell. Where did my package go? Hold on a minute. He also sent me this. So shout out to Jags Martin. All right. So that's all I'm going to say about this. Probably will be more discussion of the Thomas and Friends wooden versus Thomas and Friends wood. All right, let's get some input before we go. Who loves Thomas Wood? So we'll look for some of those comments of who like... Thomas Train says Thomas Wood is as bad as World War II. Yeah, my favorite character is Percy. All right, we got Not Me from the Gaming Kid. I don't. Lego Freak. Gaming Nerd says no one. Thomas Tank Engine number 1 says me. Burger Film says not me. Gaming Lego Master 123 says not me. King Percy Ducktail says I like Thomas Wood. Percy the Small Engine says not me. Gaming with Markel, not me. Chicken with Artie, nope. Isaac Brown says I wouldn't be caught dead with it. Oliver the Grand says me, but the track. So he doesn't like the track, but he likes the locomotives and cars and stuff. Undead Evie says now the faces, yes. Not much. Okay, very good point from Undead Avios, because actually this portion of it actually isn't that bad. The head and the face is actually, that is a definite positive of these. Merritt Train Boy says lazy paint job. Nigel James says nope. D495 Fan 07 says Thomas Wood is bad. Gaming with Markel says barely details. Thomas and Birdie says not. Ian Janice Mendez says not by. Yeah. All right. Oh, got another I like it. Mason Hagen says I like Thomas Wood. Let's see. Bowser Jr. says even though I have never got my hands on these, I think they are good. Okay, so we got like 4 people that like them. That's good. Showblaster says they're actually not that bad. Thomas the Train says I don't at all. Oh, and Ian Margeriz Mendez says I do like it. And Thomas the Tank Engine number 1 says give me all the Thomas Wood items. I tell you what, why don't you like them so much? Go buy them. That's what I did, and I don't like them. Krakatoa. Lego Freak says do more streams. Yes, I'm thinking about doing live streams on Wednesdays, and I will try to advertise those. Maybe we'll shoot for something this Wednesday. Might go ahead and skip. Chicken's Wordy said the boilers are the only things I like. Jody says I won't touch it. Yeah, have you seen Annie and Clarabelle? If y'all seen any of those images of Annie and Clarabelle, it's pretty sad. All right, so there are actually more people in here that actually like it. Wow, the Scrap Engine says I'm depressed. I'm not laughing at that, but I'm just... Merritt Train Boy, there's no dome. Give me Lego Master. Stop Mattel. Thomas Wood is the worst. Burn it with fire, says Bonnie Gaming. What? Jacob Ramirez, only the faces. Thomas the Tank Engine number one, you're going to get blocked. So just keep saying stuff like that. You'll get blocked. All right. I might get more of the wood railway stuff. I mean, see, I have a hard time saying it even. The Thomas and Friends wood. I may get some of those, but they're just too expensive. So I think for now, I'm satisfied with this. I've got 4 of them to kind of compare. I got 2 of my favorite characters, you know, Percy. If they make something else like Whiff, I might get that. But yeah, they do need to all go to the scrapyard. And there's no comparison between Bachman and Thomas Wood. Don't even go there. I mean, I like some of the old stuff, the old Tommy Train stuff better. And it's kind of toyish. It doesn't even have the right wheelbase. But I like that better. I like Tommy Train better than Thomas Wood. What do you think? Oh, man. Alright, so that's all we're going to do in this video. I really appreciate all you people getting in there and commenting on this. And remember, if you don't like Thomas Wood, that's okay. Just be respectful to others. Respect others' opinions. Because there are, as we saw in this stream, there's at least 5 people in the world that like Thomas Wood. So we want to treat them with kindness and respect. Me personally, I think it stinks. So maybe that's why Mattel is struggling. Alright guys, so you have a good Saturday. I'm going to go watch some football games. That's the American football, not the soccer where you kick the ball. Anyway, as Jody Smith says there, everyone needs to kindly complain on Mattel's website. That's how I'd recommend it. If you are dissatisfied with what Mattel has done, leave a respectful reply, email, tweet at them, but do it in a kind way. Because I notice sometimes when people don't like something, they use a lot of bad language, and that's never a good thing. But if you don't like it, just express, hey, I don't like it. Don't go like, well, you know, say, call them names and stuff. Just say you don't like it to them, because that's not going to go anywhere. Anyway, thanks guys and gals. I really appreciate you watching Trains Are Fun. We're going to be doing more train videos coming up. We got some more Hornby 00 scale trains coming. I want to thank, I think it was Esteban who sent me a link to an eBay listing. So we got more Hornby trains coming. I got, oh, and since I did this video, I can start on this stack over here. Whoa, what's in those 4 boxes? Well, that will be in an upcoming video. So once this video is done, please leave a comment afterwards, after the stream is over. Come back to the video, leave a comment, tell me you were there. Appreciate you, Lego Freak, Jody Smith, Jags Martin, the other moderators here, and we are going. So catch you later.